I was impressed with that move you pulled. Bang.
Ladies and boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me, it's G, it's Double D, the undefeated, undisputed YouTube champion. That's right, it's the Maverick, Mark Daniels, here with episode 163 of our Fire Emblem Three Houses Let's Playing. Guys, if you missed last episode, we did an auxiliary battle at the Conan Tower. Today we're going to be doing our main mission. Well, actually we won't be doing this mission just yet because we actually have a bunch of these to watch. Now, there's a lot. As I mentioned many a times, our most important thing right now, for me, is to make sure that we get as many support things done, if not all of them done. Specifically Claude, we definitely want to make sure we get Claude's done. So, with that being said, we're going to watch through these today. It's probably going to be this entire episode, maybe even part of next episode. But I want to make sure we get these done before we head to this mission, because I'm not sure when the last mission is. It could be this next mission, could be the one after that, maybe 2 or 3 after. But I feel like we're really close to being done with this story. So, let me pull up my list here so I got it going. Claude, let's get it started with him. Sorry, so he's done with both the people I wanted to be done with. He's done with everybody. Perfect. Okay, so Claude being done puts a lot of stress off me, for sure. I'm going to go ahead and cross those out real quick. Flame. Where's she at? There she is. She's getting close to where I need her to be. And then Abalthus. Let's get rid of Claude. There we go. Alright guys, so let's jump into these with Claude, our boy.
I have told you already, I am quite alright.
You say that, but
I do not...
Flame?
Oh, son of a biscuit, my bad.
I do not care what you have to say. I could not bear to stand here and do nothing.
Flame? Hey there, Flame. Looks like Seth is as overprotective as ever.
Eavesdropping, were you? Well, you are spot on. I do wish you would leave me be and learn to trust me.
Listen, Flame. Before I take a stab at your true identity, there's something I want to ask.
And what is that?
Seth is your father, isn't he?
Pardon me?
I've been thinking about this for a while, and my latest theory doesn't make sense otherwise. That overprotective attitude of his, it seems like more than just sibling concern. More like a father protecting his only daughter.
How can you be so sure? Hilda's brother and Raphael are quite similar, are they not?
Why would they pretend that they're brother and sister instead of father and daughter?
They're both pretty clingy, sure, but even they are willing to let their sisters live their own lives. Whereas Seth, there's something more at play there. An entirely different dynamic.
I imagine that is because
Even taking into account your special blood and the people targeting you because of it, I feel like Seth has devoted his whole being to you, like only a father would.
Have you confronted my brother with your theory?
As if he'd tell me anything, even if I did. Though maybe if I tried to trick a reaction out of him, I could try calling out "Daddy" from behind him when he least expects it. Nah, he'd probably kill me if I tried that. Not a good idea.
That sounds most entertaining. I would love to see you give it a try. Perhaps you could request
Father, please grant me your daughter's hand in marriage.
I can feel my face turning red.
Hey now, don't joke about that. That's something that should be done properly when the right time comes.
Interesting.
Do you mean to say that the right time will come eventually then?
Well, you never know what the future holds. But forget that for now. I want to talk about...
I already talked about marriage when you guys don't even know each other's true identity yet. That's interesting.
As though this were
Playing with fire.
Shelved. This topic holds far more appeal than that of identities, if you ask me.
Oh, that's it? Okay. Next is Claude and Abalthus.
Balthus, you and I are of like minds, so I'd like to get your opinion on something.
Oh, is this about the age thing? As a rule, so long as she's younger than my own mother, it's fair game, pal.
Noted, but that's not what I wanted
Okay.
to talk about. Ever.
Hopefully there's a cap there, you know what I mean? Not too young, buddy.
Do you remember what I said about the first thing we need to accomplish in this war?
That bit about busting open the lid that keeps the people of Fodlan from the rest of the world?
That's right. I'd like to know your thoughts on the matter.
Okay. Well, everyone seemed to eat it up, so I'm fine with it too. Certainly not against it. In a world like that, my mom wouldn't have to fear what others think of her. But it all hinges on if you can shape reality into the vision you have in mind. That's no small task.
I had a feeling you'd say something like that. Please, go on.
I'm all for mixing up different ways of life and bloodlines. But who knows what it'll really mean for Fodlan? We'll be free from things that previously bound us. Walls will crumble. Things will change. Drastically. At the same time, the world we've defended for years could easily become unrecognizable. Everything we've built up until now could fall to ash. Hard to say how it'll all shake out. All we can do is wait and see. Maybe all will end well. Or maybe not.
All I want is for everyone to accept each other. That's the ideal I'm striving for. It's deceptively simple when you think about it.
Look, if getting exactly what you wanted was easy, I'd be drowning in gold. Don't get caught up in the stakes. You just have to throw the dice and see where they fall.
Good advice. That's all we can ever do, really. I just have to do my best and prepare for the worst.
You got it. I can't help with funding, obviously, but you have my support.
Speaking of funds, you're not planning to sell the secrets of my origins for a quick payoff, right? There are people with deep pockets who'd love to see me fall. They'd pay well for information like that.
Don't worry, Claude, I wouldn't sell out a friend. Not even for a small fortune. Most likely.
Yeah, that's not worrisome at all.
Right?
I was just kidding. After all, I have that promise to look forward to. You won't let me down, right?
Oh, of course not. And that promise was what exactly?
About hooking me up with your mom. After we bust open that lid, of course.
Of course. Age difference aside, you know she's married, right?
I'm not a loon, Claude. I'm not trying to marry her. I just want some closure with my childhood crush.
Oh, fair enough.
Is that a fact? Well, it'll be interesting to see whether my father can kill you before my mother beats him to it.
Balthus is interesting, man. He's an interesting fella. That's for sure. Alright, next we have Ignatz here. Ignatz and Shamir. Let's cross that out. Is that the only one Ignatz has? Yep, Shamir. Still need to finish off with Flame. Leone. Johannes. Oh, I did not. Looks like they're done to me. I must have not have crossed that off. Raphael. Also seems done. Also forgot to cross that off. So just Leone and Flame then, huh? Interesting. How come I didn't cross that off? Anyways. Oh, that's right, because we didn't do it through this menu. Is when we ran into after I guess raising our support by eating during our exploration. That's why. Well, either way, let's watch the cutscene with
To put it
Shamir.
plainly, no, I do not dislike you.
Really? Oh. I'm so
I
glad
don't dislike
asked.
you. I love you.
So he does care. Why were you asking me about the world outside Fodlan before?
There's so much I have yet to see. Even these days, when it's ravaged by conflict, the world is so diverse. Buildings and landscapes and geography differ vastly from place to place. There's so much variety within Fodlan. And the outside world must be even more varied. I feel so inspired just thinking about it. So, I'd like to travel there someday.
I see. You should go.
You think so?
I told you before, in order to know the world, you have to experience it for yourself. There is much to see. Even simple things. Flowers, food, Varieties that don't exist in Fodlan. New smells, new tastes. I could tell you about them, but you would only imagine them, not comprehend them. If you want true understanding, go out into the world. See it with your eyes. Feel it with your skin.
Okay.
Speak to its people.
Interesting.
Then you will know.
Yes. Perhaps so.
Is there something else?
You've never talked to me like this before, Shamir.
It's nothing.
Ah, sorry.
Hearing you talk about exploring the world made me think about what I should do with myself.
Do you have plans for the future? After the war?
Not yet. You're ahead of me there. I must find my own path.
Ahead of you, Shamir. I highly doubt that.
If you have time for empty compliments, you have time to encourage me instead.
Yes, of course. Shamir, may you find success in everything you do.
Thank you, Ignatz. I'll do my best.
Alright, nice little conversation there. Alright, next is Lyscythia. Looks like just Felix and Cyril. So let me go to. So Felix is done with her. Cyril, we need one more. Let me just cross these all off real fast. Where's Cyril? There he is. So she still needs Hahnemann, one more Cyril, and one more Balthus. Okay. Let's go with Felix first.
Felix! I've awaited this fated day.
You don't change. Still prattling on about it.
Aw, come on. I just want to hear what you thought of the cake I gave you.
It was edible.
If by
Edible.
you mean incredible, then yes, I agree.
Incredible. That's a good little line. If by edible you mean incredible.
It was satisfying and lightweight. I imagine it would be quite useful as a battlefield provision.
Please refrain from lumping delectable cake into the same category as provisions.
You're upset and I don't understand why. I'm complimenting the cake.
Get used to it, bud.
You cured my dislike of sweets. For that, I thank you.
You have an interesting way of giving compliments, but I'm glad you liked it.
Yes. Got any cakes on you?
You say that as though I just carry cake on me at all times. Did you want some?
That's not what I meant. If you baked a cake, however, I wouldn't object to eating a slice.
If cake is what you want, you can just ask me directly. It just so happens I have a brand new recipe I tried out, special for you. It's delicious and not overly sweet. Perfect for you.
Okay.
Go on, take a bite. You love it, I can tell. Here, try this one out too. See? So amazing, huh? Just keep working on that sweet tooth of yours. Then we can share cake notes together and eat cake together all the time. That is, it just sounds nice is all.
Okay. That does sound nice.
Interesting. So now there's a little bit of a love interest there. Interesting. Alright, Lyscythia and Cyril.
Hey, Lyscythia. I'm glad I found you.
What's up, Cyril?
Could you read something for me again?
Looks like it's another shopping list. I'm happy to help you out. Did you try looking it over yourself yet?
What's the use? I told you I can't read.
Have a look here. Any of these letters look familiar?
Huh? This one? Was that apples? So it says 3 apples?
Yes, you got it!
See? You can do it.
I wonder if there's anything else I can recognize. Let's see.
It's clear you've got a sharp memory. If you apply yourself, you'll be reading in no time. Reading is such an important skill. Once you learn, you won't forget. And I won't be around to read things for you forever.
Lyscythia?
Anyway, don't you enjoy learning? It seems like you haven't even thought of trying prior to this. Do you simply not have time for it?
Until now, I never thought about how to learn. And since I was hiding it, I never asked anybody. But right now, I feel like I'd be happy to live like this for a little bit longer.
It seems like a hassle at this point not to learn, so you may as well start putting in the work.
Well, I like having you read things to me.
You do?
Yeah. You always seem happy when I ask you to read things. And when you're happy, you smile.
Cyril, you slick son of a gun.
I think you're pretty when you smile. I bet you everyone tells you that though, huh?
As a matter of fact, they haven't. Stop messing with me.
Hang on a second. Am I the only one who's seen you make that face? Is that why nobody's told you?
Excuse you? I mean, honestly.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go take care of this errand for the professor. I'll see you later, Lyscythia.
Don't expect me to read for you again. And, just take care of yourself, will you?
She's all flustered. Alright, so Hilda and Balthus. Let's see. So the only person she has left is Seth, but she has 2. So we're probably not going to be able to finish that one, I don't think. I mean, if this is the last mission, we definitely won't, but like I said, the most important ones was Claude. Let's see, where's Balthus at? Boom. Okay.
Baldy? Still training at this hour? How unexpectedly diligent of you.
Ah, Hilda! How are things? Anything of note to report?
No? I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh, I don't know. You haven't been approached by any lovelorn goons lately, have you?
Now that you mention it, it's been a few days since any guys have flirted with me.
Fantastic! They got the hint.
Whoa, wait a second. Are you pulling some weird prank on me?
Of course not. I'm just doing my best to keep my promise to Holst, that's all.
Oh, not this again. That was ages ago. I'm sure my brother's forgotten all about it.
Dead wrong, pal. I actually had the chance to see him recently, and he had a new request for me.
What? He told you to get rid of any guys who show interest in me so that I stay his innocent little sister forever?
That sounds more like Sedith than Holst, don't you think?
True.
Fair point. What was the request?
Guys here have the gall to consider you a potential bride. It's my job to test them, see if they're worthy.
I don't like where this is going.
Right?
Since Holst isn't here to do the honors, I've spread the word that nobody is fit to marry you unless they can defeat the great king of grappling in a fight.
What? That's exactly the same as getting rid of them.
How so? It only eliminates the guys who are dumb enough to take up the challenge.
No one is that dumb. No one around here thinks they can beat the stupendous king of grappling or whatever.
That's why I leveled the playing field by allowing sneak attacks. Plenty have already tried their luck. One guy actually tried to strangle me in my sleep.
Oh, wow.
Wow, a sleep strangler.
He sounds like human. He sounds like husband material.
And that's why I've been training so much. Can't let you end up
Yeah,
with
just
some
kind of
weird
into that
teenage
freaky
girl.
stuff, I guess.
This is madness. If you keep getting stronger, there won't be anyone who fits the bill.
True. You could spend your whole life searching and never find a match for Balthus the Great. The only people who stand a chance are Holst and me.
To prove that you're worthy of my hand in marriage, you're going to fight yourself?
I always knew I was my own worst enemy. One day I'll finally meet my equal in battle. Me.
So you're going to punch yourself out? Is that your idea of a romantic gesture?
When that fateful day arrives, Hilda, I want you to know that I intend to keep my word.
Huh. A girl could do worse, I suppose.
Interesting. Alright. How many we got left? Oh, okay, we're starting to dwindle it down a little bit. We might actually be able to start them. Nah, probably not, but we can definitely start it next episode, though. Felix and Leone. Let me...
And that's how it's done.
Alright, so Felix is done with just about everybody that matters in this playthrough. I mean, still need Johannes, Sylvain, Sedith, and Flame. But we can get those when we play through the Blue House, right? Alright, let me look at... Where's Leone at? Alright, Leone and Felix. And Leone just needs Ignat, Sedith, and Eloise. One level on each.
Good to know. There are so many differences between bows and blades.
Yes, you're a quick learner, Leone, and quite a good teacher as well.
Must be Captain Gerald's influence. The weather, the terrain, the enemy's feelings. You have to find ways to make it all work for you.
I agree. A warrior can't stick too closely to predefined tactics. That's quite shrewd. You're impressive for a girl.
For a girl? Come on, man.
For a girl? Come on, you're past that. Looking down on your opponent is a great way to fall into a pit trap, isn't it?
I suppose that's true.
Glad you remember.
I still have much to learn. Not only about swordplay, but also about thinking on my feet. I hope to learn more from you, Leone.
Count on it. We'll come up with plenty of new ideas if we work together. Guess that means we're partners, doesn't it?
We're what?
Partners. Friends who help each other improve.
Huh. Partners. That's not bad.
Not at all. Looking forward to working with you, partner.
Likewise, partner.
That's nice. Nice little finish there. Alright, next is Felix and Sedith. So Sedith just one away, that's good. That'll be an easy one to finish in the future.
May I help you, Sedith?
Finally noticed me, I see. Good to see that you are so dedicated to your training.
Do you have need of my sword?
No, this is not a military matter. I would like to discuss the distance you seem to be keeping from the others.
Distance? I don't follow.
I have noticed that you like to keep others at arm's length, and in most cases, quite a bit further.
Keeping a close eye on me. They don't share my values, that's all.
Is that why you train alone? Because your friends do not share your values?
You seem displeased. I suppose you're going to tell me, to defeat your enemies, you must have dependable allies.
That's not exactly how I would phrase it, but having good relationships with your allies is essential in combat. I am sure you realize that it is easier to bond with people when you interact with them more. There are limits to what one person can do alone. Great things cannot be achieved without allies.
You sound like my father. You're saying it's in my own interest to make friends?
To put it simply, yes. As much as you possibly can. To be honest, I envy you, because I know what it is like to not have many people to call friends.
I wouldn't have guessed that. There are so many devout believers.
I am talking about friends. People to speak with on equal terms. You have many friends here. You should take care to attend to them.
I'll consider your advice, but I'm not usually one to change my mind.
To be young.
To be young, I agree. Getting older and older every day. Alright. Sedith and Hanuman, as well as Cyril. So him and Cyril are done. Him and Hanuman have one more to go. Alright, let's go with Hanuman.
I know you are there, Hanuman.
Hanuman.
Well, to say, are those crest documents? Seth, have you finally decided to cooperate with my research?
Absolutely not. For 21 years I have refused your requests. I have no intention of changing my mind. But I will lend you these documents I have found, on the condition that you stop following me.
I am quite tempted by the offer, but your cooperation would be of much greater value. Your crest, the major crest of Keyhole, is so rare. As far as I am aware, Seth, you are the only person ever confirmed to bear that particular crest. How did you come to possess it?
My answer is the same as every other time you have asked. I do not know. I was born a commoner, with no connections to any crests. There are no records of my lineage.
Oh, please. That thin explanation could never discourage me. You must understand, I will dig until I find the truth, no matter how long it takes.
You are wasting your time. I cannot give you the answers you seek. Even if you were to discover the reason why I bear the major crest of Keyhole, I doubt it would satisfy you.
That is for me alone to decide. And even if you are correct, that confirmation itself would be a valuable discovery. Such is the way of research, yes?
I'm afraid I cannot attest to that. I'm no scholar. In any case, if you really have no need for the documents, you will not mind if I dispose of them.
Let's not do anything hasty now. I will leave you alone for now. But I am taking these documents with me. Once I complete my research on these papers, it'll be your turn, Seth. I will learn the truth of your crest.
It is a pointless endeavor. You will learn nothing from me, no matter how much you try.
Perhaps his stubborn nature is one of the effects of his crest. Now that would be an interesting discovery. The first stage of my research will be to decipher his personality.
Alright. Next is Seth and Cyril. And they're now finished.
Cyril?
Hey.
You seem pensive. Have you been thinking over the advice I gave you?
Yeah, but it kind of scares me.
Scares you? Why?
If I found something else I was more interested in than repaying Lady Rhea, I don't know. Wouldn't that be kind of like I was betraying Lady Rhea, in a way?
Betrayal is a rather strong word, don't you think?
Well, I mean, Lady Rhea is why I got this life. Or any life. If I ended up just leaving her, that just seems real ungrateful and kind of rude.
If Rhea herself felt betrayed by your actions, then yes. I suppose it would be. But if all you are doing is seeking your path, with no harm to her, I do not think she would object. In fact, I am confident she would be happy for you.
You are?
Ask her yourself when she returns. You will see. You want to make Rhea happy, don't you?
Well, yeah, of course.
Then you should do what makes you happy.
Okay, I get that, yeah. By the way, there's something weird I noticed.
What is that?
Before, whenever we'd talk, you always used to call Lady Rhea the Archbishop. But just now, you were calling her Rhea.
Does it perturb you to hear me speak of her with such familiarity?
No, I just wondered why.
I am, of course, Rhea's servant. So, in a more formal context, I must maintain a deferential distance. But she and I are actually very old friends. In fact, we think of one another almost like family.
Oh, almost like family, interesting.
I know Rhea extremely well. When I am confident about how she will feel, I am seldom wrong. So trust me when I say that if your path to happiness takes you away from here, she will wish you the best.
Okay. I'm glad to hear it.
Look at that.
Thank you.
That's a massive blush, my god.
Of course, we must first rescue her from her current predicament. I will be counting on your aid in that.
You got it.
Alright, that's all of them. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and save. Let's see. Guide. All our items. I wanted to see if there's an easier way to do this, but we'll just do it now. We'll do it this way. I wanted to look at something real quick. And I also wanted to show you guys something real quick. Don't know if I showed you guys this or not. I probably did at one point. But I wanted to look at the support levels. So I believe it's under extras. There we go. So what's interesting is, so we have like these like relationships, right, with these support levels on Johannes, but Byleth, the male Byleth, or Bayleth, I think it's pronounced Bayleth, has its own set of supports. Am I gonna have to play through each story twice? One with the male and one with the female character to finish this? I was thinking about that. I think I would have to, because even Claude, for example, Dimitri and Edelgard, who I believe we can only play with them on our team when we're doing their story. So I think I might have to play through this each story twice to do this. Oh boy, should be fun. we look at Claude here. Claude's got some more relationships here. So I think to finish these, next time when I play through with male Byleth, and honestly, I kind of have to finish Johannes and Claude because they're only an A rank and they get to S. And I think I've already passed the opportunity of going S. I'm not sure. I have to look again when we get back in game. But I think I have to recruit these to our team while also playing through like the story with Claude. So, with that in mind, I'm going to have to look up at some point on like the requirements of recruiting these people. Obviously, I know when I raise their... Well, Sun Caveout had mentioned that if I raise my support level with Byleth, that'll be easier to recruit them in the future, so maybe I can... it'll be easier to recruit them and get their support levels up. And honestly, I don't think I would have to, like, complete the game completely to get their support levels up. With Claude, like, I can recruit them early, get the support levels up, right? And then I can leave. That's a possibility. But anyways, I just wanted to look at this real quick because it is interesting. I think I will have to play through... Because look, like, the male Byleth has none. Has 0 support levels here. Which is interesting. Some of these characters I've never even met before, so it'll be interesting to meet some of them in the future. Yeah. And we have the events here. We gotta collect all these as well. I'm assuming those will be pretty easy to get just from doing the playthroughs of the game should be good enough for that. And then we have the movie gallery, same situation. Music library. We got a few songs that we're missing. Again, I think we'll get those as we just play through the game. But the support conversation is gonna be interesting. Because now I realize I'm going to have to play through this a ton. So there's that. Anyways, let's jump back into the game. We're going to get ready to wrap up here in about 2.5 seconds. We finished all the support conversations. So next episode we're going to start our mission here. Could be the last mission, like I said. I don't know how much is left. But just unless there's like some crazy turn, like a plot twist somewhere that happens where it extends the game for another 10 chapters, it's possible. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's possible. I think we're going to be finished here pretty soon with this story. We probably will play the Blue House next. Alright, so let me see something real quick. I wanted to look at roster. One thing, not roster. I want to go to support. Hold up. So I wanted to look at Claude and Johannes, right? It says that they're S rank. We have to wait until the war ends. Okay, I see. Okay. It's like that with everybody, though. Besides the females, okay. So just the males. I wonder if we can, like, marry one or something. Missed the opportunity for these bonds. Okay. Well, we'll be playing this game for quite a while then. It's gonna be interesting. Alright, well, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'm the Maverick Daniels. Bidding you farewell, peace, and one love. Bang!